Can Yaman has been a recurring name in international and Turkish media in recent years. However, most of the time he is reduced to a simple sex symbol which reflects a superficial view of his career and life. This perception, fueled by the media, does not do justice to his true potential as a human being and artist. Far from just being a pretty face, Can is a young man with a vast intellectual, cultural, and academic background. His university education is not just a diploma, but a reflection of his discipline, intellectual curiosity, and ability to learn. These aspects show that Can Yaman is much more than just an object of aesthetic admiration. He is a public figure and a cultural reference. The criticism that confines him to his physical appearance overlooks his deep approach to art. Can is not just an attractive face, but a talented artist, capable of emotionally connecting with the audience through his performances, which are not only visually captivating, but also rich in emotional and intellectual nuances. In the world of art, appearance is not everything. It is the depth of character, critical thinking, and work ethic that define a true professional. Unfortunately, some of the criticism directed at him arises from resentment and competition, especially from those who feel uncomfortable with his success at such a young age. However, this type of derogatory comment only demonstrates the superficiality and envy that sometimes prevail in our society. Can, with his success, education, and cultural origins, is a clear example of how misperceptions can overshadow a person's real achievements. It is crucial that, as a society, we learn to value people's cultural, intellectual, and artistic contributions without limiting ourselves to their physical appearance. Can Yaman is not only a symbol of beauty, but a true artist who has broken barriers and challenged stereotypes. Like Alain Delon. In his time, Can Yaman is a multifaceted figure who has become a cultural phenomenon, inspiring both young and adult audiences. Instead of continuing to fuel criticisms based on prejudices, we should recognize the authenticity and depth of his art. By doing so, we not only appreciate his true value, but also learn to look beyond stereotypes and value what truly matters in the art world: passion, dedication, and authenticity. Can Yaman, with his unique approach and ability to connect with the audience, will continue to be a source of inspiration for future generations. In a world where superficiality often prevails, it is vital to support artists who challenge expectations and show us that true art is much more than an image. In summary, reducing Can Yaman to a mere sex symbol is to ignore his true essence: a multifaceted artist, a committed intellectual, and a human being passionate about his art. His legacy in culture and entertainment continues to grow, and the future holds a path full of achievements, always challenging superficial perceptions and leaving a deep mark in the history of art and culture. Demet Özdemir is undoubtedly one of the most admired and beloved actresses for her talent, beauty, and charisma. However, the situation between her and Can Yaman has generated a great deal of mixed emotions among her followers. While their professional and personal relationship in Erkenci was a dream for many, seeing how that connection faded has left a sense of emptiness in those who closely followed their story. Through social media, it is possible to capture the emotions of her fans, who express both support and sadness for what has happened. In my opinion, Demet is an exceptional woman, full of light and energy, but also very human, with her own struggles and challenges. Often, Demet's followers seem divided between sadness over her breakup with Can and unconditional support for her career. Many comment on how beautiful she is as a person and an actress, and how her smile has the ability to light up the screen. This is reflected in many of the comments I've read, such as one from Adriana G4Z6V, who mentions that smile with pure admiration. Her presence in every project is magnetic, and there is no doubt that the audience feels a deep connection with her. But at the same time, it is clear that the end of her relationship with Can has marked her in some way, as can be deduced from the palpable sadness some of her fans express in their comments. What strikes me most about Demet is how she has managed her personal and professional life, despite the tensions that sometimes arise on social media. Many followers, such as Rosa Rosomano, mention that they are a couple that will always seek each other, eyes don't lie. And although those words echo a lost love, they also speak of hope that, despite everything, there is a connection that cannot be completely broken. As a fan of Demet, It is painful to see how such a beautiful relationship fades, but it is even more painful to see how such a strong woman as she is affected by external pressures. A star's life is not always as bright as it appears from the outside, and sometimes that light dims momentarily under the weight of expectations and social pressure. It seems to me that Demet is a person who, although deeply affected by what she lived through with Can, moves forward with the same determination and professionalism that has always characterized her. In the comments of Rosa Martinez HG, 3CP and Caridad Rizo 4571, there is a wish for Demet and Can to find happiness, whether together or apart. The fact that Demet has continued with her career, taking part in new projects and facing life with the same passion is something I deeply admire. Often it is said that it is important for a person to stay true to themselves, and I believe Demet has done so, regardless of what people say about her personal life. She has shown that while love and relationships are important, so are self-care, growth, and personal development.